Hello. Are you feeling stressed? Are things not quite going according to plan? Are you not achieving the things that you would have thought you have achieved by now? And are you overwhelmed with some things in your life? If that is you, then stick around because today I'm going to give you 5 tips if you're feeling overwhelmed to think about and to keep you under control. So hello, it is Helen here, your online crew captain. So welcome online crew. It's awesome to have you here. It's Helen and this is Henry, my little fishy here. So if you are joining me live, say hello, tell me where you're coming in from. If you're watching the replay, just put the word replay down below. But this is your online crew captain here, Helen. So if you're new to me on my lives, once a week I jump on and talk about something to do with personal development, mindset. Hey Darren, how are you? Lovely to see you on live. Something to help you move your business forward. And I just do that once a week, and that happens to be today. Then the rest of the week will all be about business, social media strategies, social media skills to build your business the modern way. So we want to use modern social media strategies to build your business online. No more spam, no more old school sort of, spammy strategies. We can use social media in a modern way, a smart way to attract people to you. So it's far nicer feeling if somebody actually asks you about your business and your products rather than you chasing people about it. Hello, I just missed who that was. And I think Rob's on. Hello, Rob, how are you? Lovely to see you guys sort of coming in live. So I go live 5 days a week at this time, the exact same time. And this is the time of the week, early in the week, that I talk about a personal development, personal growth type topic. And then the rest of the week is business. So make sure you join me. Make sure you've got your notifications set on so you know when I'm going live. I usually put a reminder up, but just make sure you got your notifications set on. So while we're live, you can actually tap the top right hand corner. There's 3 little buttons. It should bring up a white little screen at the bottom if you're on a phone, and it'll give you the option to turn notifications on. And you can also do that on a desktop computer. So palm tree emojis. Thank you, Patricia. Patricia's put the palm tree emoji. The palm tree emoji is for our little community here, symbolizing that when our businesses are awesome, because we're building them on the modern way, online, we are on this little, can you see it today? Maybe it's a bit low. Down here, our little replica cruise ship. We're all on that cruise ship with our, what do you call these things? They've got a name. I can't remember the name for them. And we're all sipping cocktails or coffee, whatever your poison is, going on an awesome holiday together because our businesses are rocking it, okay? So let's get into, before I get into topic, sorry, one more thing. Last week I launched my free Facebook group. We've got over 170 people in there already, which is awesome. I don't think I've got the link above. No, I don't. But when I finish this live, I'll put in the comments section below the link to that free Facebook group. So I've done a couple of awesome trainings in there that are only in the group. They're not here. One of those is how to learn to become an influencer online. And another one of those is what you should not be doing on social media, particularly if you're in a home-based business, network marketing, MLM, sort of direct sales. So you want to get in that free Facebook group. So I'll put the link in the comments section below after I've finished this Facebook live. So let's get back to overwhelm. Put your hand up, or you can't really, put the palm tree emoji down for me if you've ever felt overwhelmed. I constantly feel overwhelmed with everything that's going on in my life, all the things that I'm juggling, all the business interests that I have, the children. We've just started 2-week school holidays where I am here in Australia, and it's just suddenly sort of upon me, and it's like, I've got the kids for 2 weeks and I've still got to do all these things. So, it's very easy to get overwhelmed. So the important thing to remember, overwhelm is Completely normal. It doesn't mean that your life is falling apart. It doesn't mean that you haven't got it all together. It's a completely normal part of life, and it's going to happen over and over and over and over again. Correct? If you agree with me there, put agree, down below. Hello, Tina. Lovely to see you on live. Great to have you joining us today. So there's a few things that we need to remember when we get into overwhelm, just to bring us back on track, because the last thing you want to do with overwhelm is stay there. That's the last thing you want to do, but it's very easy to do. When we get in overwhelm, we often can't see, the forest from the trees, that kind of, did I say that right? You know what I mean? You just can't sort of see a way out. There's all these things coming on top of you. And when you're in that kind of mindset, more of it comes. So then it becomes more overwhelming, and you just don't progress. If it's business, you don't progress in your business or your personal life. It's just like, all these things are not going right. Julie, hey Julie, that's you at the moment. School holidays throw you. Yeah, it's just suddenly, I've got kids for 2 weeks. How am I going to entertain them as well as do all the stuff that I need to do? So I want to give you 5 sort of tips that you can just, try to keep at the forefront of your mind when you're feeling overwhelmed, to just keep on in control of it. It's still going to happen. Even if you follow these 5 tips, it doesn't mean you're never going to get overwhelmed again. Overwhelm, stress, panic, anxiety, worry, these kind of things are always going to come up in your life. You're never going to be so personally well developed that it's never going to happen. It's, these things are going to happen. Hey, Christina, lovely to see you on live. It's always going to happen. The trick is, with any of this kind of stuff, guys, is recognizing it really, really quickly and getting out of that state. So when you're feeling really negative, overwhelmed, depressed, anxious, stressed, it's like, okay, I'm there again. I don't want to stay here though. I don't want to be stuck here. So what do I need to do? And you quickly shift yourself out of it because you've got the tools to do it. Okay, so here's 5 tips, 5 little tools for you to remind yourself when you're in sort of overwhelm. The first one is recognize exactly what I just said. It's very normal. It's okay. It's going to happen over and over and over again, but do not allow yourself to stay there. So number 1 is just recognizing, okay, I'm feeling really stressed. I'm feeling really overwhelmed. I'm feeling anxious. Things aren't going according to plan. My business is not growing like I thought it would. People are not answering my messages. Whatever it is for you going on in your business or your life, and just recognizing, okay, I'm feeling really stressed and overwhelmed now. I've got to get out of this. I can't stay here. So you're consciously aware of where you're at and that you have to move past it. So please remember, in anything to do with personal development and personal growth, you are always in control. You don't think you are, because all this circumstantial stuff is happening. People are not, communicating in a way that you would like, or, the results that you thought you'd have in your business so far aren't really happening, or you've got a relationship breakdown with somebody, a friend, a partner, or something like things just aren't going according to plan. Hey, Jenny, lovely to see you. And that's just normal, okay? So it's I've lost my train of thought because I was saying hello to Jenny. Look at the impact you had on me, Jenny. All worth it. Give me some palm trees, guys, for being distracted. I'm human. It happens to me. I read comments, I look at comments, and then I go, what was I thinking about? But let me get back on track here. We're always going to sort of have that sense of overwhelm, but you are in control. That's where I was. It always comes back to me. People think circumstances are what control them. So something's happening with an individual or a person, relationship, somebody you're doing business with, and something's happened. So most people think because of that thing that you're stressed and you're overwhelmed. You are not controlled by your circumstances. You are controlled by your mind. Okay, so it's really important for you to remember this. So this is still on tip number 1. Overwhelm, stress, anxiety, depression, it's all normal. It's all going to come up at certain times of your life. No worries. We just accept that. It's okay. I'm choosing not to dwell on it though. I know where I'm at. I recognize it, but I don't want to be here. Who wants to be there? Who wants to remain stressed? Who wants to remain in overwhelm? I certainly don't, but I get there all the time. So just take the last week for me. My husband, bless him, and some of you guys would have seen a video or some photos that I put up. He just said, we're going away for 2 days, like clear your calendar. And I'm like, honey, I can't. I go live every day, so I still have to go live, and I've got mentorship calls booked. Hey, Brady, how you doing? And I'm like, I can't cancel those calls. I've got students that I've got, and I've sort of gone into overwhelm about, I'm just so grateful my husband wants to whisk me away for 2 days, but then the panic sets in. How am I going to do that when I've got calls? And then I'm going, I have to have an internet connection. Where are we going? I have to do these calls. And I've got in this sort of overwhelm. And so we do that. And it's like, it's okay. I said, as long as these are my commitments. You didn't warn me. I didn't clear my calendar. Are you okay if I do this? And he's like, yeah, we'll work around it. And so you sort of work around it. We come back for 1 day, and then it's a long weekend we've just had here. So we've had 3 days off, like a long weekend. So we've gone away camping, which was also planned. So I've not been home much in the last 7 days. So how do you think that makes me feel today when I'm back on track? Got to get all these things back in line, and now I've got the kids on school holidays for 2 weeks. I'm like, I feel overwhelmed. So I was thinking this morning, like, back in work mode, I got to do this, I got to do this, and I got to do that. And it's like, okay, what's priority? So there's that list. I've got to make sure I look after those people and do this over there and whatever. And you just prioritize and get things done. But it's my choice to stay in panic, or it's my choice to just think, okay, we just need to take a step back. What's more important? We'll get to that first and blah, blah. So you're in control. You're in control. Please understand, it's not the circumstances. Yeah, take a deep breath. And that's what I was like, sort of, Tina. You've got a schoolies holiday. Do you mean normal school kids, or it's not schoolies, is it? Schoolies to me is end of year when all the people are finishing school, and it's certainly a riot where I live here. Anyway, getting off topic. Let's move on to number 2. Please remember that overwhelm, stress, those kind of things, it is just a breakdown of your thoughts. It's not a breakdown of your life. So like in line with number 1, you're in control. So remember that. It's just a breakdown of your thoughts. It's not a breakdown of your life. Life is not falling around you. Things can be going wrong, but if you're in control of your thoughts, it's like, well, that didn't go according to plan, or this is not where I thought I'd be right now, or why is this happening like all at once? Like, yes, things can be happening, but you are in control to either make that a massive issue and go into woe is me, or, okay, none of this is really going according to plan, but I have to keep in control of this. So it's all about what happens up here. And this is why I talk about this once a week, guys, because everybody thinks it's the skill that you need to build a business online, but 90% of it is what's going on up here. Absolutely 100%. Who agrees with me? Put some palm trees down below if you agree with me. People underestimate the power of what's going up in here, and you are in control, even though sometimes when you get overwhelmed, you don't think you are. Number 3, I've said this many a time. Number 3 is probably the most important one out of the 5 tips that I'm giving you, and that's that you've got to take action. Exactly at the point that you don't think you know what you should be doing, and you don't know how to move forward, and you don't feel like you can move forward, is exactly when you need to move forward. It's exactly when you need to force yourself to take some action that you don't want to take, because that's the only thing that eliminates overwhelm completely. And often when you take the action, nothing's ever as bad as you made it up here. Usually. So when you start taking action and you start moving forward, it's like, okay, what do I need to do first? Baby steps. What do I need to do first? And you start that process, then you start beginning to eliminate the overwhelm. When you don't take any action, you've got too much going up on here and you're not in control, then the overwhelm stays. And what happens when you're overwhelmed? Nothing. You get completely stuck. Overwhelm equals stuck. So you must take action in whatever area that you need to overcome the overwhelm. Otherwise, you're going to stay stuck. Brady, we always make it worse than it really is, yeah. And we can think and overthink a conversation with somebody or an action that we need to take or the action that we should be doing, but we haven't done it. But we think about, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, I should be doing that. You are wasting so much brain power thinking about the things that you should be doing, whereas if you just actually went and did it, you would save half the stress that goes through your mind and the overwhelm that comes with it. So taking action is a huge step in overcoming overwhelm. And we often realize that it's never really as bad as it seems. It all gets blown out of proportion, Rob. Absolutely correct. Brady, I'm a chronic overthinker. I am too, Brady. And I've had to train myself, and it's still a work in progress. I have to train myself to stop thinking and start doing on certain things. Like I force myself to do it because I'll stay stuck. And I've stayed stuck many times thinking about what I should be doing or comparing myself to others watching, researching, learning and not doing any doing. Have you felt that before? Hey Deanna, how are you? I hope I pronounced that correctly. Darren, the learning is in the doing. Absolutely, Darren. Love that saying. So have you ever sort of felt you want to learn something new? And this is profound for building a business online, attraction marketing, personal branding, learning social media the right way, not the spammy way, all that kind of stuff. So you're looking at this, you're looking at that. And then when you start looking at stuff on Facebook, Facebook triggers in the algorithm that you're interested in learning about this and that and whatever. So then it sends you more, then you're looking at more. And if you're anything like me, I was opting into this and that webinar and this freebie and that ebook and this and that and whatever. And then suddenly you're drowning in all these emails that you've opted into, all this information that's coming in, and you've not moved your business forward at all, but you're drowning in information and feeling overwhelmed, but nothing's moved forward. So the only thing that's going to overcome that is to, take out the noise and start taking action, okay? With anything in your life, with health, weight, food, eating habits, relationships. This is across the board with overwhelm and with life, okay? Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Very cool, Rob. So number four is learning to, put the overwhelm aside and not be so blindsided by the need for more or the need for better results or the need to be like somebody else that you forget to appreciate and have gratitude for how far you've actually come. So really important step in being overwhelmed is just stop for a minute and have some gratitude about what you have learned, what you have done, where you're at, and, clearing some space to see the future without comparing to anybody else, without having unrealistic expectations of what you thought you should have achieved by now and you haven't achieved it. Like just clearing the space and having some gratitude for where you're at. That can help with overwhelm. Because it's not about, I've got to do this and I've got to do that and I haven't done this and I haven't done it, but they've done this and they've done that and I haven't got that far yet. And they came into the business 2 months after me and they're way past me and blah, 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 blah. Overwhelm. Comparison will kill you. Expectations can kill you. All that kind of stuff. Just stop and take a breath and just appreciate, okay, I have learnt some stuff. I'm not as far along my journey as I thought I would be by now, but that's okay. This is my journey. It's not a race. And just have some gratitude. When you come from a place of gratitude, your life changes. When you grasp on to the need for more, I need more money. I need more customers. I need more people in my business. I need. It's an ugly place to come from. And it can be a spammy place to come from. When you show gratitude for other people, when you show that you care, like how much you care, and come from that place, show gratitude, it will come back to you tenfold. So what place are you coming from in your life? Where are you living your life from? A place of need or a place of gratitude? So it makes a big difference with, managing overwhelm. Rob, don't compare your life to others. Everyone's journey is different. Absolutely. But this tears people up inside and mentally. Peers in the same company, like a home-based business. Those kind of things. It eats them up inside, that they're not as far as that, or, why do they get these results and I haven't, and all that kind of stuff. You should be happy for other people with where they're at on their journey and learn from them, rather than coming from a place of aggravation or overwhelm or comparison, that kind of thing. So the last one is to realize no one wants to see anybody in overwhelm. People actually want to see you succeed. People actually want to help you do better, generally. So don't sit in your own overwhelm, not taking any action or asking for any help or advice or an increase in skill level, learning something new when you know you need to. So other people generally want to see you succeed. So if you're in overwhelm and you don't know what to do, reach out to somebody that you think that can help you. Reach out to somebody who's already got where you want to go. Reach out to somebody who's got a higher skill level than you that might be able to give you some advice. Reach out to your partner or a friend and just have a conversation. I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and it was just in messaging, and it had nothing to do with me or, her business or my business or anything like that. It was just something that was going on. I said, do you want to have a chat? So, if you've got time, no worries. We had a quick chat. She talked about all of what it was, which was about some other people. And do you know how much better she felt at the end of that chat? And sometimes just talking something through, whether it's related to you or not, just having another voice, having another ear, having somebody to share. What's that saying? Somebody help me out here. A problem shared is a problem halved, is what I was trying to get to. So just talking it through, someone can put a different perspective on it. So you're stuck up here, you're stuck in your head, you're overwhelmed, and you can't see through the trees. When you chat to somebody about something that's troubling you and they have a different perspective, you could go, oh, okay, I didn't look at it that way. And that can help move you forward. So reach out if you need to. Rob, always celebrate other people's victories. Honestly, if you come from that place, it will reward you. But most people get jealous. Most people will, it's unfortunate, but some people will shut other people down just because, internally they're actually jealous. So it's easier to put them down because it makes them feel better. But we should always praise other people's successes, not get jealous of it, and learn from it. So what are they doing that perhaps we aren't? Brady, have a running partner with your business. Absolutely. Especially in a home-based business where you can be isolated and been doing a lot of work, on your own. And I know everything that I do. I mean, this is not the only thing that I do. I do consulting, accounting work, and mentor students, overseas, but I do all that from home. So it can be a lonely journey, but I know when I reach out to other fellow people online like I am, and other fellow mentors, things like that. It's great to converse with people that are like-minded like me, and we can talk about what's going on and what's challenging them and me and all the rest of it, and you grow from that. So I think everyone needs a running partner, Brady. It's a really good point. Okay, Rob, I definitely agree. Being a good listener is a real skill. Honestly, if you can become a listener rather than a talker, you'll excel in life more than the other way around. Most people like the sound of their own voice. And that's certainly not the place that you should come from, particularly in a home-based business or in life. Do you have people that you guys know that you don't have to say much, and it's pretty much a one-way conversation about what's going on in their life, this and that and all the rest of it? You've caught up for a couple of hours, everything's been about them, and they've not once said, so what's happening with you? I've certainly got people in my life like that. It's all about them. And that I'm actually okay with that, because I'm a really good listener and I like to help people. But it's not really a very good trait for, as an individual to always be doing the talking. We should be doing more listening than we should be talking, especially in a home-based business, guys. You shouldn't be the one being doing all the talking, pushing your business on people, telling people stuff, giving people all the information that they don't even want to hear. Become a friend first. Build a relationship first. Listen. Find out what the person needs. When you identify a need, give them a solution. If you don't identify a need, don't go there. It's pushy. Okay, off my high horse. Rob, yes, they like the sound of their own voice. Yeah. So, very, very quickly, our 5 steps. Don't dwell on overwhelm. Remember, you are in control. 2, remember that it's a breakdown of your thoughts, not a breakdown of your life. 3, you've got to take action. You've got to actually do something. That's the only thing that will move you past overwhelm. 4, remember to be grateful for what you do have and how far you have come, rather than being jealous and all that of other people. 5, people do want to see you succeed. So reach out and help. If you reach out and ask for some help for somebody and they don't give it to you, it wasn't the right person to reach out to. But there's always somebody out there that wants to see you succeed and move forward. So find who's in your corner and have a conversation with them if you're struggling with something, because that different perspective can be the difference between you staying in overwhelm or just having a different thought process and moving past it. When you can move past overwhelm, that's when things start to change. And your life picks up, your relationships get better because you feel better in yourself. When you feel better in yourself, everything flourishes. When you've got all this internal conflict going on, or overwhelm about relationships or yourself or what you look like or your health or, all those kind of things going on in life, it keeps you sheltered and confined, and you're not glowing. You're not being the person that you were born to be on this planet. You're half of yourself, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Send me some palm trees down below if that what I just said to you, then just helps. So for those of you that have been live with me, thank you. I hope you found this valuable. If you did find some value out of this video, please put the word value down below. Thanks for the palm trees, Brady. If you are just, if you are not in my free Facebook group, then I'll put the link in the comment section when I get off this Facebook Live. Please join that group. That's really business sort of minded stuff with modern social media strategies, attraction marketing, branding, social media stuff. Then get yourself over there for the awesome training there. Thank you for all your comments coming in. Love you guys being on live. I really do appreciate you being here and communicating with me. So I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. I look forward to seeing you then. Bye.